Hey, this is Bill Crisp in the Coach's Cave, and today I'd like to talk about covering spread offenses that have concept plays that do check with me send-ins. We're playing a team like that was really good. They were tearing up a lot of people, and started looking at how to defend them. And they had some plays that terrified me. And of course, like any DC, I'm trying to think of ways to generate pressure to win that football game. And for this video to have any value to you whatsoever, you have to agree that an interception has more value than a sack. And I started looking at this pressure scheme. We didn't have a real explosive front. We had a solid front, not super explosive pass rush oriented type front. I started thinking, if I'm willing to take risks to get pressure on the quarterback, if I send 2, 3 linebackers, 5, 6 guys, I'm vacating zones. And I'm putting kids in a lot of space covering really good athletes. And if we don't get there, we could be in trouble. So if I could tolerate risk to generate pressure, how much risk can I tolerate to get a chance to steal a football, to steal possession? So I started looking at it, and there were some things they like to do against certain looks. They're going to check with me, and things they wanted to do. One thing they want to do is they wanted to get him down on a big splash play. They want to get him down the seam on a skinny post and score. And thought, what if we gave them what they wanted? But by doing that, we were dictating where the ball's delivered, anticipating that, and then we have a chance to make a break on the ball. So this was our standard defense here. We had the outside linebacker down splitting 2 and 3, the strong safety over top of him, okay, taking away inside leverage. We're running cover 2 the backside with his back here. You know, the Will had the flat. And that was pretty solid against that look. But now we don't have a whole lot of chance for pressure. We're still pretty good in the box, but we have an outside linebacker removed who really, I wasn't super comfortable out there in space anyway. But you know, he was a good serviceable player that could do that, but it's not a strong point having this kid right here. So I started thinking, what if on certain situations we made their eyes light up? Okay, what if we moved the outside linebacker Sam in and gave him a rush look? We moved the strong safety down or over inside leverage of number 3. And maybe move the free safety over a little bit more. So much so he's still involved maybe in the cover 2 on this side. Maybe still make him look, and then we give him palms over here. Okay? Make this your traditional 1 and 2. Palms in number 2. In effect, somehow make him a 0. Usually 0 is the number 1. We 0 out that guy, and we palms outside in. But let's palms to the outside and give an illusion of leverage to this number 3, knowing that with this look, with their check with me and they line up and we come out and that strong safety drops down over number 2, that eyes are gonna light up and say, look, we got 3 in the alley, in the seam, down the field. And we know they're gonna see that, not like this, not be super comfortable with this. I mean, there's an opportunity, but once again, you're assuming risk just like on a blitz, okay? We have a very good Will linebacker out here. We know this is what they want. And knowing that, with that look, we know they're not going to run because now our outside linebacker's in the box where he belongs, which isn't unusual. I mean, the whole reason Palms was invented was to keep a linebacker in the box against the tight end, right? So that's not going to alarm them. Everybody likes to rush the quarterback. They're spread. They were used to rush. They had a pretty good line. And then we had, really, this guy took away the 0. The free safety on the snap would head for the hash. Inside the hash where they like to deliver the football, 25 to 30 yards deep. The Mike had a roll on this too. He would go off like on his normal hook curl, but he would shield this late 8 to 12 yard window, not stay with him too long, but just long enough to shield that seam and force the quarterback to wait, expecting to hit it deep anyway. And then we send him down to the flat. And by doing that, we made their eyes light up, dictated where they put the football. It looks weak. It's a risk. But when you know the football's going there and you drill the football going there, you can steal possession. So that's one way against the Check With Me concept team. We were able to flip the script on them, dictate where the ball went, and steal possession. Okay, you've noticed on film, back with the same kid in big crucial plays, red zone plays, they come out in trips. And they like to run a drag. With the same look. Okay, but now we'll take that away. That previous look they had. We'll give that Sam linebacker right here, that strong safety. Inside. Okay. Take inside leverage on the backside. Have a normal front. The Sam removed. Now we're giving the look, but we know we have a check that in this situation we're expecting them to run drag. They're seeing this, they don't like this. Okay, and we know this is the play that they liked. I mean, no matter what the concept, they like this number 3 dragging. So we had a drag track for that situation. And the will would drop immediately to the cone of vision over the tackle. Okay, they usually would push this guy out, expecting the will to go to vacate that, and we would wait. He was fast enough. You have to have some speed sometimes to do some things. I felt comfortable he could minimize any gains to the flat from this back. For a little help, the jack hesitated. He rushed wide. Okay. And to help bait this read, okay? Free safety was aware of the drag. He was just sitting on top. We were really man on the backside, okay? Everyone's just playing their base coverage on this side. The Mike would make sure he bumped above him just like normal. Didn't let him cross his face. It went to his normal hook curl. And by doing this, the quarterback, the will sitting on the drag, expecting the drag, and not exploding out with the push of their running back, and having a little bit of comfort zone with the Joker over here, we were able to steal possession and get a big pick in the red zone. Okay, there were some situations where they kind of had a key where they tipped their hand. If they were 2nd and 5, and they ended up to the boundary, towards the boundary. If I say boundary, I should put them on the boundary. So they would give you some eye candy over here. And they put the running back to the boundary side. They also ran this out of 2x2. They'd run the reverse anywhere. But the key was running back to the boundary in 2nd and 5. We had a check, which put just changed their responsibilities on this play. So knowing they would throw a screen, it was a good screen. The offensive linemen were very good at it. They'd get out and around, downfield. We had a rush, our normal rush on. Sorry, that nose guard went this way. The Mike has 3 out of the backfield anyway. The Sam would act like he's going to rush and then peel and always stay outside this tackle. This defensive tackle would rush, peel, and stay outside the guard. We'll head back inside. Free safety. We're man over here. The free safety really hooked and then came down on top of the screen. And what this did was, we didn't get an interception off this, but we got some negative yardage generated and stopped some big plays. Okay, it works too against power teams. There was a power team we played. Had a very effective power I formation. Had a very good tight end. and we kind of used their success against them a little bit. They'd hit this tight end on a flood route. This is how we align to it normally in that situation, and they had hit the flood. Okay, here, I think twice, 7-10 yards. So it was 3rd and 13 late in the game, and we acted like we were overreacting the flood. It was safe because of the distance. We knew if they did throw the flood and they completed it, probably wouldn't get the first down. It wasn't their best option. And what we did was to take away, make sure they didn't run the seam, take away their incentive to run over there, and give them what they wanted. Okay, we moved the free safety more midfield. And we knew what they would want out of this. They're still pushing, they're still running out, they're running to go. He's blocking. It was to watch the quarterback. Okay. The quarterback was going to look this way, but his shoulders were going to point this way. He was to follow the quarterback's shoulders. And we also, on the backside, we put the corner outside leverage. And on the snap, corner was a secondary. On the snap, he'd start this way, check shoulders, and then he'd head for the hash, looking for the skinny post to the go, and we'd bracket this receiver. And knowing that on long distance with this look here, that was going to be hard for them to resist. Outside leverage, in the grass, athlete on athlete. Okay, us crowding this side, we funneled the ball to the backside receiver in space. Gave ourselves a chance to steal possession. So that's a couple quick ways, if you're thinking outside the box and you're going against, especially check with me teams. Kids are a little more predictable, but coaches, they see leverage and they have tendencies, and you can take advantage of that. You don't always have to play by the book, match quarters and alignments. I've always believed that not a yard's been gained before a snap. All yardage is gained after a snap. So if your kids can move and cover ground and they're smart and you trust them, you can put them in the illusion of out of position and have jump balls, because and the risk is minimized because you're helping them decide where to put the football. You're dictating where the ball's delivered. They might not know that, but when the kids know where the ball's going and they're playing the ball, risks are pretty small. It's no different than if I send the strong safety and they hit the tight end on a 9 route and take it for the house. I think in a lot of ways this is a lot safer. You end up with bracketed coverage just from distance than sending 2 linebackers and having that tight end release on a 9 route and get on top of the corner and be gone. So I hope this helps you. I hope you find it interesting, and I hope it helps you win a game that you weren't supposed to, and I want to thank you for watching.